Carlin Hudson, the main referee. Assistant referee number 1, Brandon Logie. Assistant referee 2, Clinton Lewis. And the fourth official, Oswald Samuel. So we're just minutes away from the start of this Champ of Champs first game. It's going to be several other dates of which the teams will continue to play each other in a round robin, and the team that end up with the most amount of points will certainly be the overall winner. Starting 11 for the Southern Football Association Pitchmen FC is as follows: number 24, Darius Shakim, or Shakim Darius; number 17, Omri Bed; number 6, Tequan Rodriguez; number 16, Isaiah Neptune; number 3, Cornelius Hanaway; number 10, Akinola Gregory; number 19, Andre Pacheco, as you would know him as one of the present national players; number 15, Nathaniel Dyer; number 14, Kellon Clark; and number 4, Jamal Trim. The officials, the team officials and technical officials for the Southern Football Association Pitchmen FC are manager Gemma Hamilton, coach Brent Richardson, assistant manager Curlin Garcia, assistant coach Anthony Fullington, and physiotherapist, equipment manager Jarrell Francis. The starting 11 for the zonal champion of the Central Zone, CFA, Real Central FC, and they are number 5, Akil Vespri; number 12, Ajamu Matteson; number 15, Jesse Downey; number 13, Shakir Burke; number 20, Devon Bristol; number 6, Cadiz Chandler; number 1, and goalkeeper Isaiah Williams; number 4, Brian Constantine; number 11, Nicholas Diet; number 10, Josiah King; and number 19, Nicholas Dillon. The head coach, Brendan Christopher, assisted by Andre Phillip. And that's the start of the very first game here in the Zonal Champ of Champs, of which the Pitchmen, winners of the South Football Association, up against Central, the winners of the Central Football Association, Real Central FC. It's going to be a very much highly competitive affair, and that's an offense being committed there, just outside of the box. Pitchmen in their beautiful white with a splash of orange. And they are defending the team on that eastern side, attacking the goal on the western side, while CFA, champion Central FC, in their blue, attacking the goal on the eastern side. So very early here in this encounter between these two champions of the SFA and CFA. Still trying to feel themselves out on this encounter. Just knocking the ball around. That's the Pitchmen in their last third. Just keeping that composure, very important about ball possession. Moving it from the left to the right, just keeping ball possession and a long floated ball. Move on there, number 13, and he still has possession of it. Going out of play for a throw in there for the Pitchmen, and that was Josiah Noble. On the inside, Jamal Trim gets it up, still in possession near the technical area, and moving around the ball. Still in possession, more of the possession being a very good ball there. An attacking play, very good attempt, and my, how close can you get there with a very, very, very good attempt there. A fast break, and we had a very good attempt there on goal. And that's by Jesse Dowing, just marginally missing the goalpost. So Pitchmen have to count themselves rather lucky for that one not being materialized into a goal against them after a fast break there by CFA, Central FC. And Central FC seem to be now getting into the game, even though the Pitchmen still maintains ball possession. And it's going to be a throw in there just in front of the technical area for the Pitchmen. Back onto the field of play. This is action between the winners of the SFA Pitchmen against the winners of CFA Central FC. Challenging. It's quite early within the match here this time, just about maybe 5 minutes into it. Clearance there by the CFA, still challenging within the last third of the Pitchmen, having pressure on the CFA. Gets it across, plays it right back to his goalkeeper there, Pitchman. Long floating ball, and really a wayward pass. There is no one in possession. Goalkeeper collects, brings it into his penalty area. And at this point in time, it seems Pitchmen seem to have the better of the ball possession, more of the ball possession, and more purposeful in this encounter between the champions of the SFA and CFA, Pitchmen versus Central FC. Bringing it from the back there, the CFA on the far side, have lost possession. Pitchmen now. Quite good skill display there, maintaining ball possession. Gets it across, beautiful and a good shot at goal, just marginally wide of the CFA's goal, Central FC. A good attempt, maybe more power in it, would have placed more challenge on the goalkeeper, but just marginally wide of the goal post of Pitchman now. He gets it upfield. Goes out of play just in front of the technical area. Assistant referee, in this case Logie, indicates a throw in there for the Pitchman. Back into possession, onto the field of play. It's going to be quite interesting now to see which of these zones, based on the quality of football that they would have played during the period of the zonal competition. And all kudos to those who would have participated and found themselves in winners row. In this case, Pitchmen in the white, a splash of orange up against CFA in blue. Gets it downfield, a very good floating ball, challenging, gets it out of play there. The Pitchmen are throwing there for the Central FC. Brian Constantine of the CFA, Real Central FC, gesticulates to his colleague as to taking up possession. Kofi Pierre gets it into, good long floating throw, and it's headed out. And it's going to be a corner kick there for the Pitchmen. And this is their first corner that will be given in this match. Clash between the NFA, but the SFA. Pitchmen up against the winners of the CFA, Real Central FC. Very well protected there, as we see the constitution of the coach. Gets it back down. The whistle of Hudson blows the whistle, and a direct free kick is going to be given to the Pitchmen just outside of the center circle. And that's Pacheco. Still just getting it across. Very purposeful there in that challenge by Real Central, trying to keep it into play, but it has gone out of play, and it's going to be a throw in there for Real Central on the far side. Under pressure. Pitchmen bringing out nicely from their third into the second third. A nice losing possession there and cleared out of play very smartly there by the Real Central defender. So action continues right here at the La Hocketa, the stadium. Gets it across, nice floating ball, and on the far side gets it nicely inside, but very good defending there and a shot taken just marginally over the bar. Good attempt there by Pitchmen. And that's number 17, Omri Baird, getting himself in a good shooting position and getting it just marginally over the bar. Resumption from the goal kick. Gets it over the half line. Out of play, and a throw in there for Real Central. That's Real Central FC. This is the Ascension Champ of Champions. First of the doubleheader. It's going to be another very enthralling encounter at 8 p.m. And an attacking play here now, and a shot taken, and just again these attempts they're getting the attempts at goal. Nothing as yet to threaten the goalkeeper. However, they are getting closer to the goalpost, the uprights and the crossbar. So it's just a matter of time, most likely, before the goalkeeper will have no choice than to get active within the uprights as the shots are getting closer. Nice play up the left flank. Oh, wasted that pass there. Central still have possession. Plays it nicely. The floating ball and the defensive work in possession. Still, he plays it out. as Clinton Lewis, assistant referee number 2, indicates throw-in. Both teams just still testing each other out at this point in time. A massive clearance out of field there by the defense of the Pitchmen. As Cadiz Chandler gets it into play and played back. Playing defensive role here now by Real Central. Good football being displayed there by Real Central. Still in possession. Real Central. Just moving it around nicely in the park. Gets it across. Moves nicely and takes another lovely shot, and it's just again these shots. It's about 5 shots thus far on either side, and they are really great attempts by these two teams as they're trying to get under the crossbar and between the uprights to give some more work to the goalkeepers, but it's getting closer and closer. But very good attempts by the both teams with shots at both goals thus far. It could very well be just a matter of time before the first goal is scored in this Ascension Champ of Champions. Bringing it up. Long floating ball it is, as it is headed away. Whistle blown. And for the Real Central. Still evenly contested here between the two teams. No one having the better of the others yet. They've had equal amount of shots at goal thus far, and if it continues like this, it's going to be very difficult at this point in time to determine the winner of this game. But it's still very early in the encounter. Under attack, Pitchman, he tries to play it out to avoid giving a corner. Let's see what the officials have decided. It most likely is a throw-in for the Real Central. As referee Austin gets there and ensure that his lacing doesn't get the better of him while running. It's a risky affair. You don't want to embarrass yourself. And another shot taken, and again we're not much power in it, as it is easily taken there by the goalkeeper for Pitchman. Oh, and the mistake made there, and he's going at it. That's nicely ungeared the power. Not much power in that shot, but very good work, and it could very well have been the attempt by the goalkeeper to save that shot. Just get it over the goal line, and a corner kick will be given. And that was Nicholas Dillon, national player of the senior team, doing quite good work within the penalty area, getting a shot off, not much power, and being able to get a corner kick that will be taken by Nicholas Diet. Gets it over floating nicely, and still in possession. Real Central gets it over straight to the goalkeeper. He saves comfortably, even though under pressure from the opposing player. Plays it out to his colleague on the right. Under pressure and just taking a risk there. My goodness, if he had only lost possession of that, certainly that player would not have been in an offside position, since you cannot be offside when the ball is deliberately played to you from opposing player, even though you're in an offside position. Nevertheless, we continue, and with Real Central. Oh, and a rather silly foul being committed there. But again, these things happen, especially in the free zone, which is not acceptable. Gets it over nicely onto the far side. Real Central moving it around. Bringing it upfield in the second third of the park. Very good skills there on the far side. And moving with haste and pace down the right side. Gets it across, but it's cleared out now by Pitchmen. And it's a rather interesting counter-attack here now. Let's see what will happen. Gets it nicely inside. And he holds on to it. And is he going to get it over? Take shot is taken, and again, just getting that shot, dipping underneath it rather than hitting from inside of it or above it, and it went floating over the bar. That's Kellen Clark. The idea was a good one, but again, the direction is wanting at this time. I'm sure they will get it right very soon to get it between the uprights and under the crossbar and see what the goalkeeper is made of. Getting it back from the goal kick, gets it upfield, and he clears it out of play. And a number of the spectators are coming in gradually here at the beautiful facilities of the Lahokita Rangers, the stadium. Battling there aggressively. No foul committed. Plays it back to his goalkeeper. That's Real Central upfield. Good clear by the goalkeeper. And it goes from one goalkeeper to the next safely. Have some skills being displayed that the goalkeeper gets it across to his teammate there. Coming upfield. Very fanciful hairstyle. He's under pressure, but still trying to display. Losing possession. And it's a quick counter-attack, and we are seeing some very good counter-attack by both teams. A bit too heavy in that pass, and again they're moving from one side to the next. You could see the intention of both teams, really getting a good attempt here and losing possession. Still in possession, however, Pitchmen gets it across, loses ball position. Ball ricochet off Pitchmen. And certainly you can see the intention of these two teams. They are winners of the SFA and the CFA. Getting it into the box. Under attack here. Pressure being placed by Pitchmen on Real Central FA. Clearing it out for a throw-in for the Pitchmen near in front of the technical area. Gets it across, but it's blocked there by Real FC. Real Central continue to keep possession. And they lose possession there with Pitchmen challenging. So it's a Real Central FC, the Central Football Association champion of the Ascension Zonal competition, up against the Southern Football Association champion, Pitchmen FC. We are witnessing the Ascension Zonal Champions competition, the first of the several matches that will be played to determine the overall champions in this esteemed competition. And the referee, Hudson, now just indicating for the throw-in to be taken correctly. Battling there in front of the touchline. Ball goes out of play. Difficulty with ball control there by Jamal Trim of Pitchmen FC. What an interesting name it is, Pitchmen FC. But certainly they are pitching it here and putting pressure on Real Central FC. They're not doing too badly neither. Real Central FC standing up to the efforts and attempts by Pitchmen FC. A lot of aerial plays taking place at this point in time, and it will really test the strength of the players in the air, playing so many of the attacks in the another cross comes in and it goes safely into the hands of the goalkeeper there for Real Central, Isaiah Williams. Back out here it is, losing possession. That's quite to the credit of both teams, not allowing much space for either team when in possession to have much room to play, so they got to really be thinking fast on their feet. And we're going to see which team will be able to benefit from this encounter. Very good skill being shown, but a foul being committed there under the watchful eyes of referee Hudson. As the player asks for the space. Free kick taken, but now Real FC now trying this dribbling skills, not being successful. Pitchmen now on the attack, a nice play, and is he going to take? And yes it is, yes it is. The first goal there scored by Pitchmen, and he's elated by it, and that's scored by number 6 for the Pitchmen, Isaiah Neptune. Within the first half here, just getting that one around the 21st minute. That's Tequan Rodriguez of Pitchmen. Very good build up there, and a very intelligent strike there by Tequan Rodriguez for the Pitchmen. The first goal, and he's creating history because he has scored the first goal in this tournament, and we are very happy to have the revamping of the champ of champions. But this time around, it is good to see the Ascension, sponsored by the Ascension, as the best of the zonal winners, and all zones actually sponsored by Ascension. And to their credit, we must congratulate Mr. Richard Ferguson, owner and director of the Terminix, and also the founder of the Ascension, for again promoting, supporting by sponsorship all the various zonal competitions. So we just had the honor of Tequan Rodriguez, number 6, scoring the opening item for the Pitchmen. So at this time it's Pitchmen 1, Pitchmen FC 1, and Real Central FC 0. So let's see what Real Central will do to see if they can now neutralize that goal scored by Tequan Rodriguez. That's the goal scorer there, in the mix with the 1-2-3 short passes. Yes, possession, and that's what they are doing. Or they lost possession. Not a very good pass there. It's going to be very interesting now to see what will be done by Real Central FC. But not a very good pass. It went way out of play there. Maybe the intention was good, but the execution of the pass was not of the best. Josiah Noble on the screen there gets it into play. Pitchmen, good one, good, very good attack, control possession. Akinola Gregory doing a fine work for his team, and they're still in possession. That's Pitchmen, SFA champions, and this is a very good flank. He gets it across, and a header taken, and good save there. Very good attacking play by the Pitchmen FC, winners of the SFA, but safely into the hands of the goalkeeper for Real Central. Any other place away from the goalkeeper would have been rather interesting to see. That may have carried them up from 1 to 2, but it's getting it over nicely. That's but very good. Josiah Noble trying to get it over there for, as a matter of fact, not Noble, but in this case Shakir Burke for the Real Central FC, but went out of play there for a corner kick. Another corner kick there for the Real Central FC. Hanaway gives instructions to his defenders as the ball comes over. Good cross and cleared out of play, but still under pressure here is Pitchmen. Gets it across, attempt to get it across, but good defensive work there by Pitchmen. Still have the slight advantage on the Real Central FC, winners of the CFA, of the Ascension CFA competition. Long throw, but safely into the arms of the goalkeeper for the Pitchmen. Must credit the teams because they are trying to keep the ball either within the airspace or even on the ground and trying to maintain ball possession. And it's interesting to see what the coaches of both teams will take as far as tactical approaches, recognizing the weaknesses of the various teams and of the opposing team, I should say, and foul being committed there, just outside the circle, in the view of the referee Hudson. As communication there between the referee and Akinola Gregory of Pitchmen. Gets it nicely down the flank. Intention was a good one, but not alongside where his teammate was. Pitchmen getting it out. Still have possession. Gets it nicely, but a bit overweight pass, and it goes safely into the hands of the goalkeeper for Real Central. It's a battle of the midfield here between the two teams. Nice ball over, and that's getting it inside. Is he has possession still? He's still struggling. He has an attempt at goal, but not getting his body properly behind the ball and just snuffling out. Just a weak shot, no threat whatsoever to the goalkeeper, and they're on a counter-attack now. Real Central, good skills, a good attempt there by Real Central, but not succeeding as Pitchmen now takes back possession. Good skill. Oh my word, good skill there being displayed by Omri Baird. Really good skills, eluding two players of the opposing team, but at the end of it losing ball possession. As now Real Central has possession, plays it back to their goalkeeper. And it's very interesting now with the modern day football, goalkeepers are much more involved in the play and not necessarily just there for goalkeeping purposes, but they also have to have a level of ball control, since they would also be involved in plays as Real Central gets it across, floating, a good attempt, and now missing it marginally as Richard Joseph gets it upfield, and very good skill being displayed there by Pitchmen on the far side. Stops, gets some assistance, moving towards the last third, and not a good pass there by Omri, who's displayed good skills earlier on. And very good 1-2 ball possession by Real Central. A shot taken, very good shot it is, off the crossbar there by Real Central. What a shot it was. Because the goalkeeper may have been taken by surprise. Josiah King, I believe, would have gotten that shot just about 10 meters outside the penalty area of the Pitchmen FC. A very good strike it was. A substitution being taken here by Real Central. Number 13 off and number 10. And Josiah King, actually. Josiah King, who just had a very... No, he's still on, actually. Number 13 coming off. Shakir Burke. Substitution there for a very quick substitution there for the Real Central FC. But what a fantastic shot it was. Seeing the opening and going for it, loading it up with his left foot, number 10, Josiah King. Really, that could have very well been the equalizer. I think the goalkeeper was taken by surprise. It ricocheted off the crossbar back into play, and I'm sure they're breathing a sigh of relief, the pitchmen, by that very amazing attack by Real Central FC, as their pitchmen in possession, playing it nicely but losing possession. Real Central now playing with some purpose. Very good pass there, and it's the goalkeeper. Yes, he comes off nicely off his line and takes it away there off the feet of Dos Santos, Ivan Dos Santos. Still in possession here. Oh, very silly foul being committed just outside of the circle, just in front of the view of the referee, Hudson.
Hey, it's a warning there. I don't want you to make it one
Bristol. And not to Santos Van, Ivan, who is a substitution. Good run there by Real Central. As now Pacheco, Andre Pacheco, former national player, takes a free kick. Not a good one. Real Central in possession, moving down the flank. Ball is in air, contested, in possession. Still battling there. What is he going to do? Still in position. Good skill displayed. Gets it across, floating ball, but no one as yet. And is he going to get possession? Keeps it in play. No, it goes out of play. The idea was a good one, but apparently not a good communication between the players of the pitchmen, and he is gesticulating in frustration. That's Akinola Gregory to his colleague, who really didn't get it across nicely for him. But that's gone. It's back into play now with Real Central. Plays it nicely in possession. Pitchman takes control. Good skill being displayed there through the legs, losing possession here. Coming out quite smoothly, the transition, a long floating over the half line to his teammate, who is doing quite well with some speed on that far side, and not enough. Good defensive play there by Pitchman. Still, it's keeping it still in. Oh, the flag goes up, so it's going to be a throw-in. Good attempt there by Nicholas Diat. Pearson run into the box, but the goalkeeper was just, the defender beat him to it and got possession before him. As now Pitchman has thrown just along near to the halfway line. Goes moving into the box. Good skill being displayed. Plays it to his teammate. His skill still in possession. What's happening there? And it's cleared out of play there by Devon Bristol, the captain of the Real Central. And a timely challenge there by the captain. Devon Bristol back into play now, throw in nicely, trying to deceive the defender, but they got possession of it and clears it downfield. Still in possession, Real Central. Still in possession. And he's being challenged there, and a foul is committed on that's Josiah King, who had a rocket of a shot earlier on, hitting the crossbar. And he's got one of the players you need to watch out. He has a very potent left foot. They're peeling the throw-in, and it goes to the pitchman. As you can see up on the screen there, the pitchman, coach in Brent Richardson into play. And it goes out of play for another throw in there for the Pitchmen, just in front of their technical area. Gets it into play. Trying to determine, gets it across. They're just outside the box. Is a shot going to be taken? No. Misunderstanding there. And a long play backfield. They're challenging in the box there. What's going to happen? And they're still on the field of play, but it goes out of play for a throw in there for Real Central. As it is left there for the right back number 6, the person of Kadesh Chandler to take it. But a brightly colored boots he has on, orange, certainly can make him out from any distance on the field and even on the cameras. Not a good show. Still there in possession, and this time again, referee jumps out of the way of that pass there, and Pitchman floats it over nicely. It's going to be a very attacking play. Challenge there with the attacker and goalkeeper. Very brave challenge, I must say, by the striker. Goalkeeper coming in too, a 50-50. Goalkeeper getting the better of it. As Real Central FC has possession, playing it safely and maintaining possession with their captain there. Plays it upfield and attempt to get it to his colleague there, number 19. Still in the first half here, with this being the Ascension Champ of Champions, the winners of the various zones meeting in this Champ of Champions, and a round robin competition. It's the Pitchmen FC SFA champions leading the SCFA champions, Real Central. Good attacking play here now, and still on an offside decision being meted out there on Real FC. Fast rapid free kick taken there by Pitchmen, and coming out of challenge out of the center circle. Still in possession, Pitchmen. Doing quite nicely there, just maintaining ball possession, because when you have the ball, you have the chance of the opportunity and the ability to score. Threatening around the penalty area of the Real Central FC. Now they have lost possession, and what's very, very interesting with these two teams is they are very attacking brand of football being displayed by both teams. As soon as they're in possession, they're moving towards the opponent's goal with the expectation to have a shot or two, and with the opportunity to score. Defensive play here, and the ball goes out of play, and I believe it's going to be possibly maybe the first corner for the Pitchmen FC. And it's going to be taken by number 14, Kellen Clark, most likely, and the goalkeeper of the Real FC just sharing some words of advice with his defenders as this corner kick is going to be taken. Going to be taken by Kellen, gets it across. Very good corner, but good defensive work. Still under attack, not very safe. Not good control there by Pacheco. Now it's a fast break there by Real Central FC. Looking good, and possession goes down. Gets it across. Oh, very good block there by defender. He challenges very strongly and gets it out for a throw-in for the Real Central. That's number 4, Jamal Trim, doing very good defensive work there for his team, Pitchmen FC. But still they're under pressure because the throw-in is going to be taken in their last third and into the final third of Real Central FC. What's here? A long throw goes towards the penalty area, and the goalkeeper gets possession of it. Ball still in play. Sports number 24, that's Shaquem Darius. Quite interesting here, not too far away from the halfway mark of 45 minutes. Don't know how many extra time will be added on by the referee Hudson, as Real Central FC still trying to carve away and to see if they can break down that defense of the Pitchmen. They have had some shots on goal. A very fantastic one, a left footer by King earlier on, hitting the crossbar, but nothing to show as yet as they trail Pitchmen FC by a goal. What will they do to get the better of the Pitchmen FC? Pitchmen FC very solid in defense thus far. And again, they are in possession. Good challenge. No foul, says the referee. Hudson gets it across. Still in possession there. And that's the King. He has a very potent and dangerous left foot. Getting it out. Still in possession there. Real Central FC, winners of the CFA. Trying to doing a bit too much there. King, he's challenging Keelan Clark, and they're contesting for the throw-in. Certainly Keelan Clark is of the opinion that it's his throw, but the official believes otherwise. It goes for Real Central, and they move on to the far side here. It's interesting what is happening here with both teams trying to see if they could solidify themselves, especially in the midfield. And I believe it appears that both coaches at this time playing the same system. But at this time it is Pitchmen. And what a good pass it is. No offside being declared, and he's still in possession. And oh my, how close can you get? And one would have thought that he may have been outside, but it wasn't. No offside was given. And a challenge there on the goalkeeper. Referee Hudson blows the whistle, and I believe it could be an infringement on the goalkeeper, but a very close call and a good chance there for Pitchmen to carry it up 2-0, but in challenging for the ball on the goalkeeper, an offense was committed. Downfield there, and that's the half stage. First 45 odd minutes of this encounter between the Pitchmen FC, winners of the Southern Football Association, up against Real Central FC, the zonal winners of the CFA. At the end of the first 45 minutes, it was Pitchmen FC with a goal scored by Tequan Rodriguez in the 24th minute. So they lead this one with Pitchmen FC 1-0 against Real Central FC. We're going to be back with you certainly to continue with this very evenly contest between the Pitchmen FC, winners of the Southern Football Association, and Real Central FC, winners of the CFA, in this the Ascension Champ of Champions competition 2023.
Pest control is a pain, but you don't have to go it alone. If you're a business that needs someone who will fix your problems point blank, go with the brand that's tested. Go with Terminix. Our Trinidad franchise neutralizes the threat of tropical insects and ensures that companies, from food production to hospitality, protect their investment and get the maximum value from our relationship. Contact us today for a free consultation and quote, and let's introduce you to convenience. situation we have here is that these characters, and I refer to them as pests, right? What they are doing is destroying our country, but not on my watch. No street, no turf, no block shall belong to these cockroaches, right? It's no longer business as usual. Happy hour is over. If they don't fear God, at least they will fear Terminix.
Have you considered how your methods could impact on pests across the country?
I find we look after the rights of pests as opposed to the rights of the 1.3 million law-abiding citizens in Trinidad and Tobago. I wonder if Roach Ladden's son come here for carnival, if you'll interview him, eh?
But how could you defend one shot, one kill?
What, you want me to throw a pillow at him?
I didn't say that.
No, well, if a roach jumps in front of you now, what will you do?
Run.
Oh, Jesus, Lord Father.
Pests bothering you? Call Terminix at 672-5007 or 672-0042 or visit our website at terminix.co.tt for a free quote and consultation. Join our fight against pests.
A very good afternoon to one and all. And here we are at the La Hoqueta Rangers ground in La Hoqueta. And we have before us the director and owner of the Ascension. And we would like to find out from Mr. Richards Ferguson, give us the history on the zonal competition that would have been concluded quite recently.
Well, Mariri, you know, it's been a really long football season. Each one of the 6 zones would have played football in 2022. The Tobago, South Zone, Central, North Zone, Eastern Counties, and East Zone, I believe that's the 6.
Yes.
And they would all have culminated with a champion in each zone. And it would have included something like about 96 teams in all. And out of the 96 teams came the 6 top teams in Trinidad and Tobago, which is what we have here right now, vying for the Champion of Champions trophy.
Yes.
You know, it's been a really powerful tournament because, you know, some of the teams that would have been vying for this championship and didn't get through was the police team, AC Port of Spain, Point Fortin FC, Deportivo, you know, really strong teams, and they weren't able to reach the finals. So, you know, the competition was really excellent. The football was of very high quality. I think one of the real reasons behind it was the zonal competitions had prize money, all the referees were paid, and they were very well organized. So that's why the tournament was very successful, and you find the 6 top teams in the country are now vying for which one is the best. And that's where we're at right now in the Champion of Champions, and we expect it to be very competitive and very entertaining.
Lovely, great. And I'm sure you need to understand, Mr. Ferguson, you need to be definitely credited for the fantastic work that you're doing here with football in Trinidad and Tobago. And from appearances and for what we have observed, a number of present national players of the under-20 as well as the senior division were involved in the zonal competition. What is your thoughts on that?
Absolutely, and this all goes well for football. As I said, the quality of football was very high, given that some of the top teams in the country, with Police, AC Port of Spain, and these top teams found it very difficult to come out of their zone. You know, it just goes to show the high quality of football and the level of skill and dedication that came into the zones this year. It was really, really well done.
Lovely. And right now you're a driving force in football in Trinidad and Tobago, one of the leading forces, I must say, entities. What is the present status now with moving forward in the relationship with the TTFA Normalization Committee?
Well, Marie, the whole issue right now is that the debt, is under control, I would say. And, you know, we really need to thank FIFA and CONCACAF for appointing the Normalization Committee to handle the debt and to manage it and to deal with it. And particularly, we need to congratulate, you know, the chairman of the Normalization Committee, Mr. Robert Haddad, as well as the other members. And I think they have done a great job because they have now controlled the debt and the debt has in fact gone to court. It has been approved, and they are now in the process of organizing the financing, where it will now pass to the trustee and pass on to the creditors. So it has really been great, and I think we want to thank them. We want to thank FIFA and CONCACAF for doing an excellent job. We want to thank the Normalization Committee for doing an excellent job as well. However, having said that, you know, it is important that democracy germinate in TTFA again and flourish. And we wanted to take it back to the clubs, to the vote, and we want to see democracy take over. And I'm certain that Mr. Haddad and other members of the Normalization Committee will move on to more grander prospects and opportunities in FIFA, because they have done such a great job, you know. However, I think we need to move on, you know, and I think with the guidance of FIFA and CONCACAF, I don't think the same problems were gonna happen again, because I think FIFA and CONCACAF will take a closer interest in Trinidad and Tobago, and we're very willing and willing to listen to them and to follow their guidance in the future.
Very well. And you need to be commended, because Ascension continues to think out of the box. So quite recently we had a press release from you as the owner, and leader and director of the Ascension, La Hocata Rangers. And we have in the not too distant future an upcoming tour within the Caribbean, of which Grenada, St. Vincent the Grenadines, and St. Lucia. Would you like to share something on that particular area?
Well, Marie, one of the concepts and policies in Terminex La Hocata Rangers is the ability for us to improve by playing teams that are better than us. And these national teams, such as the Grenada national team, the St. Lucia national team, and the St. Vincent national team, certainly a lot better than us. And we feel by playing them, our players will improve, especially the younger ones, and the grassroots that we have in our club should get better and improve from here on. So I think that's the reason behind it. It's an improvement process, and we need to invest and work with our younger players to get better.
Well, I really want to express tremendous expectation of success to you and the La Hocata Rangers on your tour in the Caribbean, because it could only redound to the continued growth and development of football in Trinidad and Tobago in particular, and within the Caribbean. So thank you very much, and all success and goodwill in moving forward.
Thanks a lot, Marie.
You're most welcome.
Located at Magnificent Mall, number 271 Southern Main Road, Vancouver. Amante Del Cafe. Happiness begins with brew. Lasso Friend Maritime Limited, the best in marina services. Our facilities, security checks ensures that all vehicles are secured. Our newly renovated bathrooms are always kept in a clean working order. Need repairs and maintenance? We have you covered. Our qualified workmen will get the job done. Boat storages, From our marina, you can easily push off for a family sailing trip. Or out fishing with the boys. Or a fun DDI experience with friends. Boat repairs, secured parking, extensive camera system, boat charters, boat rentals, down the island parties. Contact us at 1-868-634-1653. Lasso Frame Maritime Limited, the best in marina services. Life's better on a boat.
Die where you lie, die where you lie. T-E-M-P-A in the soca. Holla the hot gal, wine and bend over. T-E-M-P-A in the soca. Holla the hot gal, holla the hot gal. Push, back, ride it, buy the truck. Buy the truck, ride it, buy the truck, where you been. Back, ride it, buy the truck. Buy the truck, ride it, buy the truck, where you park. Back, ride it, buy the truck. Buy the truck, ride it, buy the truck, where you been. Back, ride it, buy the truck, where you push. Back, ride it, buy the truck.
Pest control is a pain, but you don't have to go it alone. If you're a business that needs someone who will fix your problems point blank, go with the brand that's tested. Go with Terminix. Our Trinidad franchise neutralizes the threat of tropical insects and ensures that companies, from food production to hospitality, protect their investment and get the maximum value from our relationship. Contact us today for a free consultation and quote, and let's introduce you to convenience. The situation we have here is that these characters, and I refer to them as pests, right? What they are doing is destroying our country, but not on my watch. No street, no turf, no block shall belong to these cockroaches, right? It's no longer business as usual. Happy hour is over. If they don't fear God, at least they will fear Terminix.
Have you considered how your methods could impact on pests across the country?
I find we look after the rights of pests as opposed to the rights of the 1.3 million law-abiding citizens in Trinidad and Tobago. I wonder if Roach Ladden's son come here for the carnival, if you'll interview him, eh?
But how can you defend one shot, one kill?
What, you want me to throw a pillow at him?
I didn't say that.
No, well, if a roach jumps in front of you now, what will you do?
Run.
Oh, Jesus, Lord Father.
Pests bothering you? Call Terminix at 672-5007 or 672-0042 or visit our website at terminix.co.tt for a free quote and consultation. Join our fight against pests.
Done tremendously for football growth in Trinidad and Tobago, the Caribbean and the world at large. Welcome, Mr. Ross Russell.
Thank you for being here.
Yes, so we are back on to the second half, Ross, and at this point in time, Pitchmen would have scored in the first half by number 6 in the 24th minute, Tiquan Rodriguez, slipping it home, and they seem to have consistently among themselves equal ball possession thus far. Maybe Pitchmen having a little more, and Pitchmen is in the white with a slash of orange and the black. Real Central FC now coming out with more purpose in the second half because they know fully well that they need to equalize, Russ.
Yeah, I think they will try to push forward a little more. I think the coaches must have had a good halftime talk, and I think they are going to make the Central team push up a little more to see if they can equalize.
Yeah, and it is quite interesting, as you said, now what is going to happen with the two coaches in the dressing rooms. What type of, and you being a coach yourself, will know we're very familiar with what type of talks will take place in the dressing rooms at halftime.
I think Central will have a more sturdy talk than Pitchmen. I think Pitchmen is getting, more possession in the ball in the first half, but I think, Central is getting back to the rhythm, and they have a lot of experienced players in the Central team.
Yes. And this augurs well for the football in Trinidad and Tobago, because we have the best of the zonal winners. So this is going to be really a champ of champions. As we've seen now, good football being displayed there by Real Central, maintaining ball possession. And still and moving quite nicely up the far, but the ball with a marginally going over the line for a throw in there for Pitchmen, just in front of the technical area of Real Central. Pitchmen FC, what a very interesting name it is, but they are the powerhouse from the Southern Football Association. Nice throw in, goes down the flank, in possession now, gets it across, and a good shot taken, and it's a goal, it's a goal, it's a goal,
It's a beauty.
It's a goal by number 6, is it? Is it number 6, Russell? What a shot! My
I think
goodness.
it was from about 35 yards.
Yes, what a shot. Saw the goalkeeper off his line. Yes, it's number 6. The young man, Tiquan Rodriguez, just scoring within the first 2 minutes of the second half. It's the 47th minute. What do you think about that goal, Russell?
I think when he looked up, he saw the keeper off his line, and he went for it, and it was a brilliant shot from about 35 yards out.
Fantastic. What it's the goal of the tournament thus far. So he scored in the 24th. So he scored in the 24th and the 47th minute. But really, seeing the goalkeeper slightly off his line, and that is really a gem of a player, to see that marginal opportunity and taking it and doing creditably well. What a shot, and what a fantastic goal it is. Action continues right here at the Lahokita Rangers, and another attempt there by Real Central, not very good, and they're going to be under further pressure here now, Russell, with 2 goals down.
Yeah, I think they have an uphill battle right now, because as you can see, the pitchmen are getting the pitch on the park well done.
And they come across. What a good attempt there, but too close to the face of the defender. But his idea was a good one. That's, in this case, number 17. Very good attempt by him, but only if that's O'Mary Bed. Try that bicycle. The former and deceased Pele was well known for that, Russell. That bicycle kick.
Yeah, he created it, I think.
So let's see what the CFA champions are made of. They are 2 goals down in this first encounter in this round robin competition, and again courtesy the Ascension, Mr. Richard Ferguson, Terminex really need to be commended for not only talking the talk but walking the talk and supporting football at the zonal level, and now we have the champion champs.
Yeah, I think it was well for football in Trinidad and Tobago to see the zonal teams back on the field, the champs playing against one another. So I think it will do good for the future of football in Trinidad and Tobago.
And really and truly, Russell, so long we are out of the COVID-19, and these guys really waiting, as they will say in Trinidad term, the thirsty. Good possession there by Real Central FC, but possession taken over by, and very good defensive work there by Real Central, as a throw-in goes for the Pitchmen. That was number 12, doing very good defensive work there for the Real Central.
I think the South Zone champs are doing pretty well right at this point. You know, they are pressing the ball, they are keeping Real Central in their own half.
And you know what it takes about, as long as you have possession, you can't score on a team unless you have possession. So if you keep possession of the ball, you can't score on me, as they will say. But a very bright football boots there by Real Central, 21 on the far side. And he gets it upfield. Good intention. Being pressed there by the defender for the Pitchmen FC. Gets it floating nicely into the box. Good defensive work there by number 4 in the person of Juma Trim. And they have possession now. They seem to be quite solid in the back there for the entire first half, Ross.
Yeah,
Pitchmen.
you know, that ought for the squad. I think there's their skipper. No, not the skipper. There's one of the senior player, Mr. Pacheco. I think he's doing pretty well. He's sitting on the back 4 and keeping them solid.
Well, I guess that is what happens when you have experienced player playing in your team. You rely heavily on them, and they need to step up their game so they can lead from example. But it's just this is really a very good contest, and what a fantastic, when we feel that the first goal was good, the second one by Taquan Rodriguez, number 6 for Pitchmen, was even a world-class goal. Battling for possession out of the center circle. Plays like the floating ball over, but he is declared offside by the assistant referee. In this case, assistant referee number 1, Brandon Logie. And being in an offside position at the point in time where the ball was played, he is guilty of interfering with play.
I think at this time, the coaches and them must be studying the kind of changes to make, who to bring on to start the game, especially the Pitchmen. You know, as they are leading 2-0, he must be looking to make some defensive changes as well.
Yes. You know, this interesting aspect of it, and you being a coach, a qualified one yourself, and playing at the highest level. And a good attacking play here, but no safely into the hands of the Pitchman goalkeeper. But you, as I said, being a very experienced player and having the exposure also at the national level in coaching, really put your mind into good shot taken there by Central, and another, they're still under attack, and it goes. But what good pressure now on Pitchman, and really from what we are seeing here, Ross, it seems as though that Real Central FC is stepping it up.
Yeah, I think it was a great save by the goalkeeper as well.
I mean, you being an international goalkeeper, you should know yourself, huh?
Yeah. I always like to comment to the goalkeepers, you know, that is my job.
And the captain, the goalkeeper is the captain actually of the Real Central, or the Pitchman. Yes, Pitchman.
Pitchman.
You know, it's all players are so very important in the field of play. Good attacking play by Pitchman. They're just marginally offside there by the assistant referee on the far side, Clinton Lewis, for interfering with play. A rapid free kick being taken, and keeping possession there is Real Central FC. Now, what will they do to see if they can break down the defense of Pitchman? Pacheco on the ball on that left foot. Good display of skill, but lose possession. And now back into Real FC, but they are under pressure because they are in their last third. How will they come out of there is left to be seen. Playing it nicely on the far side, but they are very closely marked by, and you see now the possession by Pitchman. Close marking taking place there, Ross.
Yeah, I think Pitchmen are doing the job to make sure that they don't, the Real Central is not comfortable on the ball in their own half.
Yeah. And what a shot taken
what a
there,
save.
Russell. My goodness. Fantastic, you know, and as you say, in possession, and they really break through the defense there. Very good goalkeeping. A good shot taken, good power. And the goalkeeper for Real Central FC doing quite a fine save there.
Yeah, I think he keep the team in the game today.
Low cross taken, cleared out by Real Central. They are in possession. That bright orange boots definitely good speed on the far side. He leaves his man outside. He's going to keep it in possession. It goes out of play. Will a corner kick be given or goal
I think
kick?
that's Nicholas Dillon, number 19. I think he's he's a handful for Pitchmen right at this time.
Well, you're quite correct, because in the first half, yes, former national player, and still that's what it takes, knocking on the door for re-selection, because literally he just outran that right back.
I think there is an injury for Pitchmen. Let's see his number right now.
Let's hope he is it's not a serious injury, but we have been very keenly looking at that fanciful former, may God bless his soul, Michael Jackson hairstyle, the afro.
I think the physio is taking care of him. I think his left leg is pulling a little bit.
And you being a coach yourself at that level, what do you think is one of the more frequent injuries players will suffer?
I think hamstring, as the season now starts, I think hamstring will be a little tight, if you don't stretch properly, it could hamper you a little bit in the game, especially how Dylan take that ball down the line and run him.
Yes. And when we look at the hamstring, it's the largest mass of muscles around any part of the body, because of the longest bone being there, which is the femur, and you have the largest mass of muscle. But you're quite correct. That part must be warmed up properly, and because many athletes, not only in football, in other sports also suffer that hamstring injury. Attacking play on still battling there between the two teams. Pitchmen FC just looking very comfortable on the ball when they have it, and on the attack ball possession by Real FC as Real Central as they're coming upfield now. Gets it across on the right flank. Number 11 gets it over, floating nicely ahead of not missing the header. Missing that header, 1 wonders what would have happened. Oh no, careful there. But what would have happened if only had made contact with that header? Could have maybe got 1 goal in. Very, very strong challenge there. Number 11 on the goalkeeper. There's Nicholas Diet. Upfield now. Pitchmen FC. Just about 12 minutes into the second half. Still under pressure. He gets it out safely. And a corner kick. Or maybe a throw-in. Throw-in it is for the Pitchmen.
I think what is nice about the Real Central team is that they are keeping their structure. They're keeping the way of playing. They're keeping knocking the ball. They're not panicking as yet. They're not even studying the time already, because they are keeping their structure and passing the ball around and trying to get forward. I think it was a brilliant cross. Just the forward missed the header, but I think the effort is there.
And we've seen the entry of number 9 onto the field of play. We'll give you information. That is Adino Laborde. Not sure who he'd have replaced. Don't have any lit substitution board by the fourth official, but it's number 9 entering, Adino Laborde for the Pitchmen. Just around maybe the 58th minute of in the game. Good skill being showed there by Pitchmen FC. Outside of the box. Try to get it across. Still in possession. And I know as long as they get a space, they're going to take a shot. And yes, good attempt there. Very soft shot.
Very soft shot. The keeper should have handled that more properly than that. Yeah. Number 3, I think, came up.
And yes, lovely. So it's number 3. You replace Cornelius Hanaway. That's great. So number 9 in the person of Adino Laborde replacing number 3, which in this case is Cornelius Hanaway. Corner taken, coming across nicely, and still in possession. What's going to happen? He tries to keep it in play. Yes, it's still in play. So that's the first substitution for Pitchmen. While Real FC, Central FC would have taken 1 in the first half. He's looking for that space, and a good shot it is, but just getting on the ball, floating just maybe about 5 meters over the crossbar. Ross?
Yeah, 5 meters over the crossbar. I think it was a good effort, but he didn't hit the target as he wanted to.
I guess it's all about trying to get into the meat of the ball and get anybody over the ball. Good skill being showed here, and he's fouled. And again, that seemed to be Dylan, eh?
Yeah, Dylan is a handful for the defense.
You're seeing it for the entire match thus far. Keep him under close check.
I think he's using all his experience tonight to get back his team into the game.
And I think we're looking at it, every single goal is important because it may end up with teams on the same amount of points. And good crossing, wasted opportunity there. He should have done better. And the very same Dylan, he's grimacing now, maybe in a bit of discomfort, or maybe upset with himself.
I think he's more upset with himself.
He knew that he should have done better.
Yeah, with his quality, I think he will be very upset with his ball.
Because with 2 goals down, he may be telling himself that should have been at least one in the bag for the Real Central FC. Good goal kick, but goes out of play just in front of the Pitchmen FC area, technical area. As number 7 takes the throw in. And that's Richard Joseph. And they're appealing now.
Yeah, right in front of the commentary box. They heard it loud and clear.
It's interesting with players, whether or not it's going for them, they still appeal it. They want it, eh?
I think they decide to do it to make sure that the referee and them in the game. You know that as a former referee. The pressure is always on you to make the right decision.
I guess that is why the referees need to be on top of it in order not to be deceived by the players who just wants the best for themselves at any given time. But we are back onto the field of play now. Real Central FC trying to make some headway here. They are creating the opportunities for us, but nothing to show for it thus far. I guess maybe if they were to get the one item, it will possibly open the gateway for them, but it's going to be very challenging one because Pitchmen holding very strong in defense as they go in along that right side there. Is he going to try to get it across? Trying to decide. Still in possession. Gets it nicely across. Looking for that shot. Gets it floating over. Goalkeeper goes up nicely into the air. Button coming down.
I think it was a collision, yeah.
He's also showing that level of compassion.
I think the goalkeeper knows something is wrong. Yes. He's calling the bench to assist.
Because I think maybe in coming down while in air, there must be some collision I would have taken, but it's certainly not deliberate.
I think that's the goal scorer, number 6, huh?
Oh my. Yes, it is. It is. Taquan Rodriguez. And he seemed to have an appetite for scoring, finding himself inside of the goal area, and it seemed as though that the accidental collision there could have been maybe somewhere around the neck or shoulder. And
I think they are signaling to take him off. Yeah. I think that will be a worry for the coach after scoring 2 brilliant goals to be taken off by a stretcher.
And let's hope that the injury is nothing serious, because any injury of any nature keeps players out of games, and that is what you don't want.
Yeah, from the look of it, it looked like his shoulder came out of place, because I think as the goalkeeper catch the ball, he signaled one time for them to come and assist with him. So I think he hit him on his shoulder.
And the physio there, Jorelli Francis, just having a chat there with Rodriguez, as we are seeing a substitute going through the warm-up with the possibility of replacing Rodriguez if the need be. Actually, he's number 15.
No, he's number 50. Yeah, number 6 pounds.
And that's Nathaniel Dyer. These things happen, Russ?
Yeah, it makes it difficult for the commentary.
Looking at the jersey now. So it's actually number 50, Nathaniel Dyer. and he seems to be okay. This is good. Oh, it's actually now. So this is the replay that we are looking at here. Getting it over, floating nicely, challenging. Oh, yes.
There we saw
We are
it.
seeing it. We are
Yeah,
seeing it
he
really.
lashed him.
Yeah. And it just going up for the ball there. The leg, right leg of the goalkeeper, making collision with contact, I should say, with number 15 there. But it looks as though it was not as serious as we thought, so that's good. So, Real Central FC still trying to carve its way into the defense of the Pitchmen FC and get that first item to at least decrease that 2-goal deficit. He's still outside and holding on to that shoulder. That seemed to be in some discomfort.
Yeah.
The scapula. But we return to the field of play. Good football display there. A challenge, a very tough, strong one. And a throw-in goes for the pitchman. It may have come off the foot of Real Central.
I think at this time pitchmen are more studying to defend, than to than to go forward, because you can see they are defending with about 5 players behind, with Pacheco in the middle of the 2 stoppers.
But would you say, Russell, with what, around the 67th minute, it may be a bit too early to start
I think it's a little too early, but
possibly maybe they're holding that defense maybe with a counter-attack intention. Good play up front and going, and he's still onside. Oh my,
what a
he
mess.
should have done better than that. And at least even for power, all the 2 defenders were on near to the goal line. We really was expecting a lot better there from Pitchman attacker who was all on his own. Not a good shot, but we must give credit also to the goalkeeper. But he should have done better. Substitution to be made here, number 13 for Pitchman.
I think is the injured player is off, number 15. I think they finally made the substitution.
So number 13, we'll get the name of that player soon. Replacing number 15. Right, so it's number 13 in the person of Josiah Noble, and he's replacing number 15, Nathaniel Dyer, just around the 68 minutes of the second, in the full match. Hudson blows the whistle, free kick taken. And from appearances, even from the first half, Russell, it seems as though that when Pitchman in ball possession, they seem to be more purposeful. Doing a bit too much there, even still having possession of it. Real Central gets it upfield, but not to any particular player on his team, as now Pitchman FC has possession out of just into the second half, second third I should say.
I think Central is dependent on Dylan because he's a lone striker up front. And I think they are playing 5 in the middle. But when he gets it, he is more or less alone. They are not pushing up as fast as he would like to assist them.
And there we see number 15 under treatment there for the pitchman. Let's hope it's not anything to worry about. Nathaniel Dyer, since I'm sure he would like to be part of the remaining games for his team Pitchmen FC, as a free kick is now being given to Real Central FC, and they're trying to determine now who is going to take the free kick. Lining up is number 7. I see here Shaquem Williams.
Mr. Williams is lining up for it.
And the referee Hudson indicates the correct position with where the defenders ought to be. That's number 7, and the person Shaquem now lines up to take this free kick. Let's see what type of free kick will be taken. not too far out, just about maybe 12 meters outside the penalty area. He gets it nicely, but no. Initially it looked good, but went floating way over the crossbar there, Russell. So really a wasted opportunity.
Yes. And I think there's not the time to waste opportunity with your team 2-0 down.
And that's the goal scorer there. Jaquan Rodriguez, number 6 on the screen. Scoring 2 goals for his team thus far. And the only 2 goals scored, and what a fantastic world-class second item he did in bringing the second item there. Goal for Pitchmen FC, the champions of the SFA. Good skill being displayed there on the line. Good football by Pitchmen FC. On the half line, gets it nicely across. They're under pressure here now, Real F Central. And is not good control there. Otherwise, it could have been a threat on to the Real FC, but they have regained possession. They are both very hungry for the ball. And he takes a shot. Good goalkeeping. That's what another attempt there by Pitchmen FC as a counter-attack here now by Real FC. That's Dylan. Gets it across and he seems to be moving from side to side. Russell. Good attempt there by number 11. But straight to the goal, into the hands of the goalkeeper. That's Nicholas Diet.
I think Nicholas had also do a little better at that.
Yes.
Was on his favorite left foot, as it looked like.
Well, I guess anything away from the goalkeeper would have really shown the quality of the goalkeeper, but straight to the goalkeeper. Good pressure, a lot of pressure on forcing that shot, but straight to the goalkeeper, and at the end wasn't threatening. Still in this Ascension Champ of Champions, it is Pitchmen FC, champion of the SFA. 2-0 leaders right now against the champions of the CFA, Real Central FC, as they're trying to see if they can at least decrease and get set across. Good defensive work there by Pitchmen.
I think Real Central is getting their rhythm in right now because they're doing a lot more tackling than Pitchmen. Pitchmen seems to be holding back and trying to get the game more defensive than attacking, and I think that is why Real is getting more opportunity right now.
Yes, and Shaquem Williams now takes the corner kick nicely into the hands of the goalkeeper for Pitchmen.
And great distribution. Oh, it went outside.
He apologizes, as you can see on the screen there. Wearing the captain armband, and that's Shaquem Darius, goalkeeper for the Pitchmen FC. And we into just about maybe 28 minutes into the second half. But Chico doing a bit too much. Again, trying to use experience, but we are seeing 2 experienced players, Russell, on either side. Pachico for the Pitchmen and Dylan for Real Central.
I think both of them play at the highest level already. Both of them played national football. So I know they are capable of creating anything for the club.
Yes. Pachico gets his left foot shot straight down, still in possession. And as soon as Pitchman sees a space on opening, he takes a shot, is taken, negotiate off the defender. But they really, as soon as they get a space, they're not afraid to take the shots. Foul being committed there. And it's number 17. Mary Beard. But at this point in time, Russell, from your experience even within the coaching, what will you, if you were in your position, being the Real Central FC coach, what will be in your mind now?
I think I'll take a little more chances going forward. I think I'll try to bring on an next attacking-minded player to make sure that we get more opportunity at goal.
Yes.
Well, someone who could play around Dylan, especially because You see, like he leave the middle and gone outside. I rather him being in the middle.
Okay, great. But they certainly put in Pitchmen at any point in time under pressure. Good clearance there by Pitchmen under tremendous pressure now from Real Central, the winners of the Ascension Central Zone 2022 season. And this champions playing is starting off in the month of February here. Early part of it goes safely into the hands of the captain of Pitchmen, Darius Shakeen, and I guess he's on his ground there line, just maybe running off.
Yeah, he running off a little time
on the clock.
I think he believes his team is
Goalkeepers are known for that, Ross Russell.
Yeah. You know, once you're on top, you'll showboat a little bit.
Did you do that at any point in time in your career?
Not really, but there are times you have to do it.
Yeah. But it's quite legitimate. There's nothing really can be done about it, because as long as you're executing a save, eh?
Yeah, once the ball is safe in your hands,
yes,
you are in control. If you're not on your feet, you just seem to be wasting time.
A lot of confidence here by Real Central FC coming out of their defense, and Shakim doing a lot of work there on the right side for the Real FC. Do you think it helps, Russell, when you know you have quite a noticeable colored boots on the field of play? Does it work for you?
It helped the passer who passed to you, but it don't help you in your play.
Yeah, because we can distinctly see orange boots. You know, they have all kind of different color styles now, flamboyant colors. Things have changed from years ago. On the attack now, plays it back to his goalkeeper. Plays nicely.
Confidence there.
Yes, great confidence. Just saying earlier on in the first half, always important for goalkeepers to also be able to have ball skills with controlling the ball. But there comes a time they will have to utilize their skills. Pitchman coming up nicely, going through eluding 2, eluding 3. Oh,
if you realize Pitchman is only attacking with 2 players. So they decide to defend their 2 goals.
Well, you did say that, and it seemed from all appearances that is what they're doing. Again, orange boots getting nicely into the box. Good pass, and attempt a good shot. They're still under pressure here, Pitchman, and they're looking for that space to take a shot. Dancing nicely around the ball, but they have lost possession now. And not being able to materialize that into a shot, but they are still getting it back inside and cleared nicely out of play. I'm sure they are breathing a sigh of relief there. Look at him now. Hands on his knees, and he's pointing. I wonder if he's saying something maybe about possible injury or maybe tiredness.
Could be tiredness, I believe.
Right now, second of action.
I think right now Pitchman is watching the clock to see how fast it's going down.
But have you at any point in time, Russell, having to look at the clock, looking to win a game?
Yeah, a lot of times, especially a tight game.
Yes.
When you're leading 1-0 and the side is getting a momentum, you tend to watch the clock a lot. But from my experience, the more you watch the clock, the less it works.
And that was Isaiah Neptune, number 16, who was showing some sign of tiredness. And now the referee Hudson is calling on the physio to address the player on the ground, number 12 for the Real Central. And in this case, it's Ajamu Matterson as the fourth official. Samuel sends some signal to members on the bench of Real Central. A substitution being made there. It seems most likely number 14 off.
Number 8 is on and number 14 is off.
So
I think Pitchman is freshening up a little bit.
So it's number 14 off. In this case, it would have been Kellen Clark and replaced by number 8.
Number 8.
And in this case, Nkosi Charles.
Nkosi Charles.
The man on the screen right now getting a drink of water here. scoring the double, getting a brace here in this first encounter. That is Taquan Rodriguez. He's not a player to give much room. I'm saying that because of what we have seen thus far. Pitchmen putting Real Central FC under further pressure. They do show a lot more confidence when they are in ball possession, especially in the last third. A foul being indicated there by the assistant referee. In this case, Clinton Lewis, AR number 2. Number 4 certainly saying I'm not in any way guilty. That is Jamal Trim, but you really can't change a decision. Decision has already been made by the referee, as we have seen a substitution there.
Next change is going to be made. Number 8 is coming on.
Number 8 for the Real Central.
And both teams are freshening up, you know.
And that's Miguel Pollard. Is it that he's
number 12?
Number 12.
He's coming off on the
Miguel
far
Pollard. Big smile on his face, number 12. I hope he can justify that smile to his coach. And that would have been Nicholas.
I think it wouldn't go down so good for the coach, you know.
So a free kick there now for just marginally outside the penalty area. That could very well have been a penalty, maybe just a meter away from the penalty mark. It's going to be quite interesting to see what type of free kick will be taken here. Pitchmen FC looking for their third item. Plays it short. Shot taken by Pacheco. But very good defensive work there as Dylan plays it upfield.
I think they want to
counter-attack here, but good covering there by the defender. Still in possession. Oh my goodness. How the referee rules that, it seemed to be accidental. He doesn't see anything in it. Back upfield. Strong goalkeeper clearance, and
he had it from corner.
Goes out of play. The intention, I believe, most likely was to head it to the goalkeeper.
I think the intention was good, but the direction was poor.
So already under tremendous pressure, and making a mistake like that could cause them. Let's wait and see what type of corner will be taken. Again, from what you're saying, they're not filling the box that much because they're trying to hold on to that 2-0 lead.
Yeah, they are.
And we are seeing now
I think they are sending just enough to contest, but they're not sending enough to really score.
Gets it over. Not much of a good cross, but they're still in possession. Pitchmen FC. Shot taken across the goal, and marginally so. And the goalkeeper stretching. Get his hands on it. But it really looked precarious and dangerous coming out across the goalkeeper's area. The referee Hudson getting in the way of the cross, and we all know that the rule now, as long as the ball has been struck in play by a player on the referee, possession goes to the team that last had possession. And number 10 trying his best. 1-2, strong tackle there in defense. Again, we are seeing over and over Pitchmen seem to put in some good tackles as they a counter attack. And a very good
great tackle there.
Very good tackle last minute. From appearances here, ball went out of play, but did the AR see it in time to give information to the referee? Let's wait and see. Some good tricks there.
Yeah, I think it's a corner.
As we are seeing in the next game, the players are warming up. The winners of the EFA, La Hoqueta Rangers. And they'll be playing the winners of the NFA, Belmont. And you being president of the NFA, you know, congratulations on the work that you're doing down there, and being able to have the zonal competition is quite commendable.
Yeah, thank you in advance. I'll be continue working hard to make sure my zone.
Yes. Strong challenge there. A late call by the referee, number 17 for Pitchmen is holding. Get a late challenge, and in this case,
Mr. Beard.
Omri Beard, and he's in some pain. But what we are observing, Ross, is that the players from both teams are showing that level of fair play,
Yeah.
you know, for each other, which is good, really. And look, the replay here now, and it's really a late challenge, even a late challenge on Dylan himself, he being guilty of committing the first late challenge on Omri Beard. A little heated situation taking place there. Captain.
Yeah, I think that the players are handling it well. I know they are cooling them down, so I think that will be handled by the skipper and the other players.
And again, I mean, at this point in time, you're 2-0 up. You don't want to put yourself in a position where you're red carded and now put your team at a disadvantage. A very long cross, a ball taken, a pass taken by Pacheco, played, goes out of play there, and a throw in for Pitchmen. FC, just around, he drops the ball in his technical area, trying to run down the clock a bit.
I tell you.
Oh my goodness, these players gets it nicely into the field of play, and it goes safely into the arms of the goalkeeper. He's trying to make his mind up what to do.
I think he have a lovely kick from the ground, so he choose to kick it from the ground, not from his hand.
Goes out of play. It's going to be a throw in there for Real Central FC, and they got to speed it up. Not much more time in the second half. It's about maybe 41 minutes.
If they have to get some result in this game, they have to move a little quicker.
Very good counter attack on number 8. He looks nice. He's still in possession. Across to number 10. Is he going to take a shot? He takes a shot.
Brilliant save.
And good save. That's Akidola Gregory. Really had a good chance there. And I wonder, but again, the goalkeeper has to be commended because he did cover that part of the goalpost and made a good save. They have had chances. That's Pitchmen FC, and good one in it nicely. The flag goes up. The flag goes up there. We are seeing the flag for Logie. That's Brandon Logie, indicating offside, just marginally offside. In this,
I think it was a good ball and a good run, but just didn't time it well enough.
In this situation, even from the World Cup, Russell now with the technology, the replay here now, and it's Dylan really just marginally being offside. I mean, we all know from the law that anybody part ahead of the second to last player is guilty of being offside, with the exception of the hand, seeing that you can't score with your hand. It's upfield now with Pitchman looking for that third item. Another attempt here, and yes, it is. It is. And he calls his players. That's number 8. Taking it down nicely. Okay.
Oh, watch the celebration.
Charles.
Brilliant celebration,
Charles,
yeah.
just going about maybe within the 43rd minute of the second half, which means he's just about maybe the 88th minute. And it has all these different style of celebration. Look at the replay here now. And it's Kwane, Rodriguez on it, plays it nicely over to his teammate, just getting it down on the volley into the far corner, away from the goalkeeper, and really good placement by his teammate, number 8, Nkosi. So Tekwan to Nkosi finishing the job for the Pitchmen FC. Russell, what do you think about it?
Yeah, I think it was a brilliant first-time volley. I think the goal scorer did his job. He scored 2 and assist 1. I think the coaches must be feeling proud because one of his substitutes now went on and scored. So you have to give himself a lot of kudos for playing him on.
So they're really in a bind here now, because goals scored in the 24th, the 47th, and the 80th, just around the 80th. As time is running down here on the clock, we don't not sure how many time will be given for added on time. As a free kick now will be taken by captain of the Pitchmen FC, the goalkeeper in the person of Darius, Shaquem Darius. Nicely upfield, but again in possession. Real Central FC, what can they do with time clock ticking away?
Yeah, they're still pushing
they've
forward.
lost ball possession. We are seeing there now champions of the
That's the Northern champions.
Northern champions, Belmont FC. And if there's anybody need to know and should know and would know, is Ross Russell, president of the NFA. And their match will be just a few minutes away at 8 o'clock start, with the NFA champions being Belmont FC up against the champions of the EFA in La Hoqueta Rangers. And the crowd coming in here, it's going to be a lot of action, especially with the, well, I guess in this case, the home team playing the second of the doubleheader. And Pachico takes a shot, a weak shot it is. Not much pressure on it, but still dangerously into the half in the penalty area of Real Central FC, under pressure, and plays it out for a throw-in.
I think you could see the body language of the Real Central team, you know, it's dropping. That's the end
from
of the game.
Whistle of Callan Hudson, it indicates an end here, the full 90 minutes plus added on time, an end to this first encounter between the winners of the South Football Association Pitchmen FC. They were victorious against the winners of the Central FC and that of Real Central FC. At the very end of 90 minutes plus, it was Pitchmen FC 3-0 winners in the very first of this doubleheader, the Ascension Champ of Champions. Again, credit to Mr. Richard Ferguson and the Ascension for the sponsorship of the various zones, and then bringing the very champions to be able to look forward to another type of competition and to keep the players continuously playing here, Ross Russell.
Yeah, I think, you know, the Ascension is doing their job by keeping football live in Trinidad and Tobago. You know, we have our problems with our pro league and starting. I think Ascension is the only league that's playing so far, other than the zonal football. And it's nice to know that they put a cash prize on the zonal championship to make sure that all the zones get to show their talent and see who is the champion zone of Trinidad and Tobago.
And this is really good because at any point in time, you know, the corporates and businesses really need to see the importance of football as one of the main. As a matter of fact, we know that the most popular single sporting discipline in the world is football. I mean, we can see from the viewership, from the World Cup, etc. like that. And it's good really to see the resumption and continuation of football in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, I think the zone played. I think the Essential League played. I think the College League played, where you are also the president. You know, it was brilliant to see the crowd coming back to the secondary school football. And you know, as a former player, you know, I was really proud to be at the final in South and the final in the North, to see the two teams battle and to see that the crowd is coming back especially. You know, you can see by next year the stadiums and them will be packed. You will just have to announce the game and you'll see everybody coming back. But you know, the Ascension is doing a thing. I think the way Mr. Ferguson is going, I think football is in a good hand.
Very well, and it's all about producing a product that is enticing, attractive, and as long as that is produced, the crowds will come out, because the players really need to have persons there supporting them. So at this point in time, we have come to the end of the first match in this, the Ascension Champ of Champions. In the result, at the very end of 90 minutes of football, it was taking the victory in the first match, Pitchmen FC, the SFA champions, being 3-0 winners over the CFA champions, Real Central FC. And therefore, we look now with eager interest. The second of the doubleheader, 8 p.m. It will be the EFA champions, La Hoqueta Rangers, up against the NFA champions, Belmont FC. And I'm only saying that this could only get better, because at the end of it, the champion will really be the true champion of this championship. We will be back very soon. Stay tuned. for the second of the doubleheader. Belmont FC, NFA champions, up against the EFA champions, La Hocketa Rangers, at 8 p.m. Thank you.
Located at Magnificent Mall, number 271 Southern Main Road, McBean, Couva. Amante Del Cafe. Happiness begins with brew.